Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to come to you today with a video just talking about what's been going on the channel and what I'm going to be bringing to you in the near future. So a lot of interesting stuff has been going on this week. I just did a Rising Sun video. I got a big Kickstarter delivery for that, so that's kind of cool, and it kind of branching out a little bit more to do a little bit more board games and not just exclusively Star Wars games. And I've kind of done that in the past, but I'm going to be doing it a little bit more, but not at the expense of Star Wars games. So just think of it as more stuff. So that's kind of cool. So if you haven't checked that out already, check out my Rising Sun video. I've got some more Kickstarter games coming in pretty soon. Lords of Hellas, I should be coming in fairly soon. I should also be getting Giant Killer Robots, or GKR, pretty soon. That one actually should be pretty cool. So a lot of cool, really miniatures focused board games are coming in, as well as some that are maybe not so miniatures based. But yeah, a lot of cool games that I have kind of on their way that are coming in, and hopefully sooner rather than later. In the Star Wars world, Armada Wave 7 is launching this week. Some people have already started to get their stuff if they ordered online, so that much is really cool. And actually, I saw someone on Reddit had actually gotten their stuff in, I would say about three days early, because they ordered directly from FFG. So I wonder if that's going to be a thing now. If you order from FFG, let me know in the comments below if you've already gotten your stuff, and how soon before the official launch date you got it. So that's really cool, and hopefully there's going to be a lot more, now that everybody's got Wave 7, it's going to be hitting, there's going to be a lot more battle reports, not just here, but everywhere, but I'll be trying to get more in the coming future. This weekend might be a little bit hard, but I think after this weekend, I'm going to try and get more Armada Wave 7 battles with varied opponents and varied strategies, and maybe multiple MC75s and a couple of them, who knows, maybe like a Gauntlet Fighter Swarm. Who knows what's going to show up, and it's going to be really exciting. Legion has some news. Basically, they announced March 22nd is the release date, the street date for Star Wars Legion, and all of that first round of expansions. So that's going to be pretty exciting. It's still a little bit farther away, but it's at least now we have a date. Now we have a actual announced date, and I think that's certainly better than Q1, maybe Q2. So now we know March 22nd is the date. Very excited about that. X-Wing just had a new FAQ, so that launched. It wasn't one of these major changes, but it did. It had a couple of minor clarifications, and I guess the two real big takeaways from that is there were some clarifications on harpoon missiles. And what results in the crit, and so like things like an ion cannon, for example, that while it might have a crit, even though it's not dealing critical damage, that will still kind of count for things like harpoon missiles and more. And I'll be putting that up on Crabbok.com too, as well as in the errata section. I'll be linking to the new FAQ there, so if you want to check it out, you can check that out for yourself. The other big thing was a clarification with Genius and bombs. If you're using Trajectory Simulator, you can't use Genius to launch those bombs. And there's some other clarifications with Trajectory Simulator, but that was kind of, I think, the big takeaway for me. So nothing like game breaking, or no like really huge erratas that completely invalidate a certain expansion or anything like that. So it was kind of a smaller FAQ. I didn't think it was enough to do a whole video about, so I just kind of wanted to just drop that in here in this kind of weekly update. So another thing I kind of want to talk about is without getting into too much detail, I have had some really bad stuff happen in my life lately, and so I've kind of been down, kind of had the blues, right? So we had some friends in town, and we went down to Downtown Disney. Now, Downtown Disney, or it's now called Disney Springs, has some really cool stuff. I picked up this Kylo Ren TIE Fighter for only like $19.99. I'm gonna try and use that with Legion. I kind of have a Star Killer base thing going on, and it's just a really good scale. It's like perfect scale for the game. But yeah, and they have all kinds of, like, the Disney store, the Star Wars store has gotten better. Got a really awesome Porg coffee mug, a lot of cool stuff. And we were talking about what to do with our friends that were in town, and I was saying, well, they have this new virtual reality event, and my wife was like, yeah, but they're not Star Wars fans, and I'm like, okay, so I wasn't expecting we were gonna get to do it. And then we were walking past, and I was like, oh, hey, you guys, this is this place, they're doing this whole virtual reality event, and then my wife turns around and is like, yeah, and we have reservations in 20 minutes. And I about lost my, I'm trying not to swear because I try to keep this channel family friendly, but I about lost my noodles. So we got to do Secrets of the Empire. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it without really giving away spoilers, because there actually is a little bit of a story that goes into this event. But if you ever get the chance to do Secrets of the Empire, this is a virtual reality event, and it is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's... Alright, so this is full VR. You get to put on the mask. You get to put on a haptic suit that gives you tactile feedback. Like, you can feel if you get shot. You get like a laser rifle that's going to basically be your an E11 blaster, and it takes place kind of during the Rebellion era, around the Rogue One time frame, but maybe like shortly before Rogue One. So you're kind of taking place right in the middle of the Galactic Civil War. There's some Rogue One elements, like K2SO is involved in it. Cassian Andor makes an appearance, and there's things like that. But there's the whole idea is you go in, you get these wristbands, you scan your wristband, you customize your avatar, and the story is you're going undercover, disguised as stormtroopers. A group of 4 people, and now you don't have to have 4. You can go in as by yourself, and then it's kind of like if you go on to ride a roller coaster, they'll try to make 4 as a group go through, but it's possible to do it with 3, But it's so cool because the technology. I expected, because this was Star Wars based, that it might be a little bit of a gimmick. Like, oh, it's just VR with Star Wars, and no, this technology is amazing. The level of control, realism, detail is phenomenal. You can see your hands, you can put your hands up in front of you. You're actually walking around from in multiple rooms, from room to room. You're going in places, and it's so bizarre in a way, because you have something, you can't actually see your surroundings, but you have virtual surroundings, and you're walking through. You feel like you are in Star Wars. I'm not being paid to tell you this. I am being completely genuine. It is probably the most amazing experience that I can remember in recent memory, in years. Outside of maybe the birth of one of my children and my wedding day, this might have been the greatest moment of my life. I'm not even exaggerating. It was absolutely phenomenal. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I don't think so, because I was completely blown away. And maybe part of that is that it was just a really good uplifter for me to kind of help pull me out of a funk. But oh my gosh, it's just completely amazing. Just the level of realism and the way the technology is, and it's not just 3D. You can look around, you can see each other, you can see however you customize your shoulder pad pauldron or whatever. I had a black pauldron, my wife had a purple pauldron, somebody had a blue one. I could see who was who. You can reach out and touch other people. But you can touch the walls, you can touch the seat. You're gonna sit down somewhere, you can feel the seat. There's an astromech droid, you can feel the astromech droid. Amazing stuff. And you just start out without a weapon. And then you're just kind of going through the motions, and all of a sudden you find some weapons, and you grab them. And the weapons work really, really well. You can actually hit things as a stormtrooper. I'm not going to go into everything that happens, but there are some really tense scenarios. Things that in a video game might not scare you, like, oh, well, there's something's going to try to get me. But in this, when you're inside the game, when something tries to get you, it's actually scary. I'm not going to go into any more than that, other than to just tell you that it's so well done. It only cost, I think it cost us like 30 bucks a person. I would have paid 100 easily. But that's just me. But the people that weren't even Star Wars fans, had never seen a single Star Wars movie in their life, were blown away. They loved it. So it's absolutely amazing. I know they have it here in Orlando. I don't know if they have it in California, but I believe they have it in California and in Orlando. But I cannot recommend this enough. It was one of the most amazing things you'll probably ever experience if you're a Star Wars fan. Just phenomenally really cool. Very, very cool. Do want to remind everybody also I have another round of the giveaway that's going on right now, and the only thing you need to do to enter the giveaway is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this or one of my other videos. It's as simple as that. That's about all I have to say for today. I just wanted to give you guys a kind of an update on everything that's been going on, and I definitely wanted to talk about Secrets of the Empire, this amazing virtual, reality. It was more than just 3D. It was like there was temperature. You could feel like the heat when something was hot. There were smells. There were so many good things I can't even tell you. My only criticism is that they didn't have that much of a gift shop when you walked out. There was a few things, but it was like I was ready to buy merchandise, and there really wasn't as much merchandise. So it's just like, so they're not trying to take all of your money, and that's my only criticism. I thought it was amazing. What's going on? So getting ready to go into Star Wars Secrets of the Empire here in Orlando, Florida. Super awesome, crazy infiltration mission. It's gonna be amazing. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.